guys and gals, welcome to another drum lesson. It's actually been about a year since I've done a drum lesson video, but you know, life gets in the way, and right now I have a little bit more time, as do a lot of people, and given the circumstances, so I thought I would take some time and start putting some lessons together. For those of you that have stayed subscribed to me for the last year, I really appreciate it, and my apologies for not getting out more content. So anyway, we're going to move right on to it. So this is the first in a series of lessons looking at paradiddles and how to use paradiddles creatively on the drum set. So we're going to go along with this sheet, and this sheet can be downloaded. You probably can't see that too well, but you can download it. And I'm just going to play along with all the examples and talk about each example. So first off, when we talk about a paradiddle, we're just talking about right, left, right, right, left, right. Okay? So I'm assuming a lot of you guys and girls already know what a paradiddle is. In case you don't, I just wanted to go over it real quick. Okay? Not about how fast you can play it, but more just make sure you know the sticking. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a paradiddle, and we're going to take the right hand part and move it onto our kick drum. We're going to keep the left hand where it is. If you play opposite of me, if you lead with your left, then just switch hands and feet, okay? So line A was just a paradiddle. And you notice, by the way, I guess I really wasn't doing that correctly compared to what's actually written. So what's written is this. Accenting 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay? But you're going to take that right hand, you're going to move it onto the kick drum. And that's going to sound like this, slow. Okay? Right? So the key to this is making sure you're even, especially with the left hand. You want to, everything is ghosted except for 2 and 4. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I'm thinking of this as 16th notes. 1, E, N. Okay? Get comfortable with this, and we're going to look at examples of this played faster later, but I want to go through each example, play it slow, because it's not about playing it super fast at first or fast at first, but it's about playing it even. So just work on this and work on different speeds, slow, and listen to that left hand and make sure that you're playing it nice and even. Okay? Spend time on that, and when you come back, we'll start going through each example. Okay, so I hope you've spent some time on line B, right, from the PDF, and you're comfortable with that, because now we're going to add the hi-hat. So remember, you're just playing this, and you're playing it like it's 16th notes. So if you add the hi-hat on the quarter notes, this should not change what's happening on the right foot and the left hand, and this is where the independence comes in, right? So you need to practice this out. That's okay. The speed will come, but you have to make sure you're playing it even, okay? Right? And we'll talk about things later where we can go to the ride cymbal and add some stuff with our left foot, which is another challenge. But for right now, let's just get this together. Okay? 3, 4. All right? Now let's look at the next line. The next line is line D, And now we're moving the hi-hat to the upbeats. So instead of playing the 1, 2, 3, 4, we're playing the ands. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? So this is probably a little bit more difficult as far as independence, because we're used to playing the downbeats. Okay? So let's try that. Here we go. So that's that. So now you're going to move like I said, you're going to play the upbeats. So at first we were playing the downbeats on the hi-hat. Now we're playing the upbeats. The left hand and the right foot don't change, right? Okay, so spend some time on those two lines, which I guess is line C and D. And then we'll come back and look at lines E and F. Okay, so now we're going to look at lines E and F. And first with E, now you're just playing eighth notes. And you notice I don't have accents written on the hi-hat parts. And that's really was on purpose, because I want you to practice it with different accents, right? I want you to practice it with a variation of accents. So normally when we play hi-hat, eighth notes on hi-hats, there's three ways we can do it, right? No accents, okay? Accents on the downbeats, accents on the upbeats. Okay. I mean, you can do it more ways than that, but that's a pretty standard, right? Well, what I want you to do is I want you to practice at least a couple different ways. So first, let's practice with the accents on the downbeats, and that'd be like this. 1. Okay. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, So that's playing the accents on the downbeats. Now what if we play it on the upbeats? That's going to be more like this. 1 and 2 and. Okay. 1 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, messed up a little bit on that last part, but that's a little bit more difficult because when you're playing the accents on the downbeats, right, you're playing the accents on 2 and 4, but when you're playing the accents on the upbeats in the hi-hat, you're playing opposite the accent of 2 and 4, and you'll know what I mean if you're not sure when you attempt to do it, okay? So practice that both ways. Practice it really slow, kind of like we just did. All right, so that was line E, and I guess we got to play line F. Line F is 16th notes, and this kind of is the same thing, right? So sometimes when you're playing 16th notes, maybe you're going to play accents on the downbeats, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or you're going to play maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? That kind of thing. You can also do 1, 2, and that's a good thing to practice, but we won't do that right now. Let's just look at the first two ways. So I think the first way we did was the downbeat, right? 1, 2, let's try that. 3, 4. Okay. One E and up, E and up, and up, and up, and up, and up, and up. Okay, that was the accent. Okay. Now, if we do the accents on all the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and that'd be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? Okay. Paradiddle, paradiddle, paradiddle. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's pretty cool. I like that one, and especially when it goes faster. And we'll look at some of these examples faster later on in the lesson. But I really want you to work on playing it slow and even if you're like this. Yeah, right. Because you can really hear how it has to sync together. Right? Okay? All right, so that was what, line E and F. So spend some time on that. And these aren't meant to be rushed through, by the way. These are meant to be work on a couple lines a day, right? It's not a race. Just do the best you can and practice slow. So, okay, so that was E and F. Next we will look at G and H, and then my nemesis, line I. Okay, so hopefully you spent some time, and at this point you've worked on every line through F, okay? And again, there's no rush. You can kind of jump back and forth with this stuff, but I think it makes sense to kind of go in order, right? Because the farther you go down, the sort of the more difficult it is, I think, in terms of independence. All right, so line G is on the hi-hat. It's this kind of thing, okay? Now, notice I'm accenting the downbeats here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not written like that on the page because I want, like I said earlier, I want you to do different accent patterns. So you could do it this way, okay? Or, and I'm going to attempt to do both. We'll see how that goes, okay? I got to be careful. When I do this, I tend to swing that pattern, and this is not swung, right? It's straight. Okay, so, all right, so let's see. So the pattern is, that's the first way we're going to do it, okay? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, okay? 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Paradiddle, 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 okay? You get the idea. Slow. Let me do this real slow. Right? That's kind of fun. You play it that slow, you really hear the control, right? The control that you might be missing. Right? Okay? Take your hand away, your right hand. Make sure everything's cool with your other limbs. Okay, so that was the downbeat. Now, if we want to do the upbeat, that's 1, 2, 2, 2. Yeah. Okay. Right. So you're accenting the upbeats, and if I start thinking about it, that's when I can mess me up. But 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay. Right? And 1, and 3, and 1, and 3, and 4, and. Okay? So that's playing that pattern with the hi-hat, right? Okay, so let's see. Oh, so now we're on letter H, which is, and let's see. So we could do it this way, right? Accent the first note of the grouping or the last note. Let's see. see, which one do I want to mess up first? Let's do this. Okay. So that's that. So, da, 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 da. Or you can do this. Do, do, da, do, do, da. Let's see. Let's see if I can do it. Okay. So you can hear the difference. This versus, okay? But whatever you're doing on the hi-hat, you don't want to change up what's happening with your kick and your snare. And it can be kind of brutal. But I love this kind of stuff because it's a great way to work out also your right hand. And, you know, we're playing paradiddles between our right foot and our left hand, but we could be playing really anything. We could be playing 5-stroke rolls. We could be playing inverted paradiddles. We could be reverse paradiddles. We could play double strokes between our right foot and our left hand and play this. And I would suggest you do that, okay? So spend some time, what was that, G and H? And in a little bit, we'll come back to my least favorite of this exercise, letter I. Okay, so now let's look at line I. And for this one, I'm going to accent the downbeat. So the hi-hat pattern is going to be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay? So you can play different accents. I'll be honest with you, that is one that I did not work on really at all. And it's definitely the most difficult one for me. You could play at different accents, but I think it's a good start is just to play. Okay? All right. So go through each one of these. Take your time. Spend as much time as you want. This is something that it doesn't matter. There's no race. And then when we come back, I'm going to take a few of these and show you some other creative ways we can apply this concept using these same kind of patterns. Okay, so now you've spent some time and this is coming together for you and you've got the independence together and it feels pretty good. And now you want to kind of, mess with it a little bit, right? All right, so let's take a couple of these examples and I'll show you some of the things that I do once I become more comfortable with this stuff and I want to kind of add it to real life playing. So let's take a look at line E. And line E is with the 8th notes, right? So one of the things you can do is kind of go back and forth from a straight rock groove and then play this. So let's see, it'd be something like this. So you can go back and forth, right? But it's a nice way to play some ghost notes on the snare drum, and it works pretty well, right? So that's the kind of thing you can do with letter E. So work on those kind of things, and when we come back, we'll look at some other ideas. Okay, so another way we can take this and maybe put a creative spin on it is, let's see, we'll take letter G, okay? And instead of playing the pattern on the hi-hat, we're going to play it on the ride cymbal. And we'll play the accent pattern like this. Okay? And now we're going to add the hi-hat with the foot. And let's play with quarters. Okay? Now it's going to be like this. Okay? Slow. Right? And that adds a whole nother level to it because now you have the independence with your hi-hat against the kick drum, right? So, again, once you become comfortable with that, that, start moving the left hand around the kick. Might be at a little faster. Doing the same thing, right? Let's see, you could double. That adds a whole other thing because now you're really having to get that independence between your feet. All right. So there's plenty of things to do to work on this. You could spend weeks really on this, honestly, coming up with different variations, different dynamics, and things like that. So that's it for this lesson. For those of you that have stayed, subscribed to my channel, like I said earlier, I really appreciate it. And I hope that anyone watching this got something out of it. Like I said, you can download this PDF. There's a link below the video. And get the PDF file along with it. Until next time, thank you very much.